Your mindset is the root of your reality. If you can change your mindset, then you can change your life. Welcome, Master Your Vibe. Mind bright, vibe right. The mindset reboot for those ready for some calibration to their vibration. I'm your host, King Yes Indeed, your guide for this vibrational journey, here to help you conquer any mental blocks, fine-tune your inner frequency, and navigate to your higher self. If you're ready to make your mind bright so you can vibe right, then you're in the right place. Let the journey begin. Yes, indeed. What if I told you that your entire life, your relationships, your income, your level of happiness, your stress, your highs, lows, what if I told you that this is all being determined through your vibe, right? Through your vibration, through your mindset? Then, what if I told you that the way you think is literally building and shaping the life you're experiencing right now? All right. And finally, if I told you that you have more control over it than you understand? All right. Today, I'm going to be talking about what mindset really is and why it's the foundation of everything as it relates to how we view and how we experience life. Your mindset, which I will refer to as your vibe, is not just, a hit and miss or a here and there type of thing. It's the lens through which we see the world, right? And most importantly, or more importantly, it's the lens through which you see yourself and how you fit into the world around you. All right. So what is vibe? What is mindset? Okay. So just as I say, your vibe is your mindset. It can also be defined as your mental framework, right? Your mental framework is the collection of beliefs and assumptions and the thought patterns that you have developed over a course of time. And this determines how you interpret and how you perceive the life around you. Okay. And so basically, or typically, it's not only what happens to you, but how you interpret it, which determines your future. All right. It has a great deal to do with how you interpret it. All right. And so your mental framing determines how you approach it. And then, of course, how you deal with it. Now, why your vibe shapes everything. Let's talk about that. So why are we even talking about it? Why is it important? Well, your vibe, as I said, is the lens through which you see and filter the world. Okay. In a circumstance where two people are facing the same exact thing, one may see it as a problem, the other sees it as a possibility, and the difference can be their vibe, right? Their mental mindset to it, and how they filter what's in front of them can determine how they approach it. Your vibe determines your decision making. It determines your decision making, and your decision making shapes your life, right? So for every choice that you make, no matter what it is, it's what you say, who you surround yourself with, what you eat, what you go after, who you date, where you live, whether you go to college or not, where you drive, what kind of car, everything that flows through your mental programming, right? It flows through your vibe. Okay, your vibe is also tied closely to your emotions. Your emotions produce certain actions or reactions. All right. So all those things are important. And this is why we're talking about it. Okay. Right here, I'm going to stop and I'm going to introduce two words to you: static vibe and a dynamic vibe. Now, in other trainings, you might see these as a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Um, so fixed is static, growth is dynamic. Then, of course, we're talking about the vibe. And so your static vibe means that your mindset does not change. It stays the same. Your mental framework is permanent, and there is no option in your mind or no avenue for growth or for change. Okay? And then the dynamic vibe, that is the opposite. That means that your mindset is ripe and primed for change, meaning it's fluid. It looks and seeks out options and avenues for growth. All right, but we're going to talk about those in the second podcast, where we're going to do an in-depth analysis of the static vibe and the dynamic vibe. Okay. Your vibe also determines how you respond to adversity. It determines what you believe you are capable of. So when you are faced with hardships, do you break down? Do you cringe? Do you cry? Do you run away? Or do you stand up? Do you face it? Do you run toward the danger? Do you become emboldened and encouraged? All right. When pressure comes, do you fade to the background or do you rise to the occasion? All right. When you fear something, do you run away and again, or do you stand and face it? Here's something that's true. If you see yourself as powerful, if you see yourself as powerful and resilient and worthy, and your behavior will then submit to your vibe. So I'm going to say it again. If you see yourself as powerful or resilient or worthy, then your behavior will submit to the demand or to the vibe or to the mindset of your vibe. Okay. In other words, what your mind says, your body must do. What your mind says, your body must do. There's no choice. Your body cannot disobey. The body cannot disobey the mind. All right. Your vibration shapes your energy. Your energy is who you are. So if you think of energy as positive and negative, then this might be easier to comprehend and digest a little bit. So a positively and a negatively focused vibe radiates high frequency vibration that draws like minds. All right. So in other words, if you're positive, you're going to attract positive. If you're negative, you're going to attract negative. Okay. It's as simple as that. So the vibe radiates a high frequency vibration that draws like minds, equal opportunities, and people of the same vibe or frequency. Right? So remember, people, opportunities, and people of the same vibe and frequency. So if you're vibing high, you're going to attract high vibe people. If you're vibing low, you're going to attract low vibe people. And that goes with that saying, misery loves company. Right, that's a prime example of that. People who are miserable or sad or they feel bad, they typically attract people that are in that realm. Okay, not always, but it's typically that's what happens. All right, and so my good brother Carl Ray at Universal Frequencies, he calls this your vibrate or your vibe rate. All right, your frequency, how you are vibing. And what frequency are you vibing on? So shout out to the brother Carl Ray at Universal Frequencies. All right. And then there are some things that you can't control. But one thing you can control is your vibe, is your mindset. All right. You can control that. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I have all the answers, because I don't. But what I do have is what works for me, and I have the ability to share it with you, and that helps further master and enhance my vibe. So as I share and as I give you my experience and as I talk through these things, it's just reinforcing all the things that I'm going to be sharing with you. And so our vibe is our superpower. All right. When our mind is bright, the vibe is right. All right. MBVR, mind bright, vibe right. All right. So that we going to make that a thing. MBVR, mind bright, vibe right. Now, the awesome thing about the vibe is it's your vibe is a skill. Okay, it can be enhanced, it can be trained, it can be sharpened, and it can grow. The reason being is because we can learn, unlearn, rewire it, and we can do all of those things starting today. And we can do everything that I'm talking about starting today, and even more specifically, we can talk about it right now. And that's what this podcast is all about, rewiring your vibe to tap in to the life that your higher self already sees for you, right? So rewiring your vibe to tap into the life that your higher self already sees for you. Your vibe shapes your reality. So believing that you can grow helps you adapt, it helps you evolve, it helps you overcome challenges and adversities. And so on this podcast, on this show, I want to help you remove locks of limitation. I want to help you unlock power of your potential. All right, so how do we do that? All right, and we're going to start first with some reflection to help us become aware. All right, now I want you to ask yourself. Okay, start with asking yourself, if my current life is a mirror of my vibe, of my mindset, of my mental framework, what is it reflecting back to me? So again, if your current life, if your current vibe, your mindset, your mental framework, if that is a mirror of your life, what is it reflecting back to you? All right, that's an introspective question. I want you to think about that, and we're going to do a reflective exercise. All right, these are some, I call them revibe prompts. All right, and they're just questions, and we're going to go through those just to kind of help shift us into a lane of focus. All right, and so what is one belief? All right, this is revibe prompt number one. We're reframing, rewiring, unlearning some of this stuff. Okay, what is one belief that I've been carrying that has helped, that has shaped my life experience for better or for worse? What is one belief that I've been carrying that has shaped my life experience for better or for worse? And I know many of us will probably focus on that. What's one that has changed it for the worse? Because we're going to try and work on some of those. All right. Secondly, what would my life look like if I fully believed that I was worthy of success, worthy of peace, worthy of love, worthy of happiness, worthy of purpose, worthy of being a business owner, worthy of being financially wealthy, worthy of being without any health ailments, worthy of being the best version of myself? What will my life look like if I fully believed that I was worthy of all of those things? Okay? And then finally, revibe prompt number three. When was the last time that I let my mindset limit me? When was the last time that I let my vibe put limits on me? And now that we are talking about it, what would I do differently now? So think about that last time you allowed yourself to be limited by your mindset, and what would you do differently right now? Okay. Now we got to take some action, right? We got to take some action, right? So now here's where we start doing some stuff. So I want you to choose. Let's take that one area of your life where you believe that you need to change your vibe, right? It can be your career, it can be relationships, it can be money, it can be health, it can be education, it can be anything, your spiritual beliefs, it can be anything you want to change or get better at. So let's go ahead and we're going to focus on that. Now I want you to write three things down. I want you to write down your current mindset about it. All right. Is it fear? Is it pessimistic? Is it limiting? Are you talking down to yourself? Are you setting up roadblocks for yourself? What is your mindset about that one area? Okay. Once you got that down, number two, write down the new mindset that you will choose to have towards that one thing. So now we are going to actively choose to think differently. We're going to actively choose to process different thoughts toward that one thing. Okay, so I want you to write that down. And then finally, write down one action that you can take to reflect your new vibe. One action. So if you can't save money, then you can take a financial literacy class. If you, you haven't been exercising, you can, start doing 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups a day, or you can go get a gym membership. If you are seeking a relationship, you can maybe start going out more. Just start talking to people. Put yourself in positions to be noticed. If you want to get higher education, you can go talk to a financial advisor or educational advisor, whatever it might be. What's that one step that you can take to get a little bit closer? Okay. All right. And then finally, I'm going to leave you guys with an affirmation for your vibe. I want you to understand and affirm to yourself that you can do this, you got this, and you are not alone. So affirmation number 1, I choose thoughts that align with my life, with the life I want to create. I choose thoughts that align with the life that I want to create. My vibe is shifting, my energy is rising, and my reality is transforming. Affirmation number 1, I choose thoughts that align with the life that I want to create. My vibe is shifting, my energy is rising, and my reality is transforming. That's affirmation number 1. That's to enhance your vibe. And number 2, my thoughts are powerful. I can choose to think clarity, courage, and conviction. I can choose to think with clarity, courage, and conviction. My vibe aligns with my highest self. My thoughts are powerful. I choose to think with clarity, with courage, and with conviction. And my vibe aligns with my highest self. Kings, thank you for joining me today for this first installment, Season 1, Episode 1 of the Master Your Mindset Vibe Right podcast. So, people, if this podcast has shifted your mindset or moved you to change your vibe, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with somebody that you love, somebody that you care about, or someone that you believe can vibe in a new way. Leave me a review, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at KingYesIndeed. Also, if you are interested in vibe, coaching, consultation, please email me at KingYesIndeed@gmail.com. Let's find more personally tailored approach to your vibe. I give one-on-one coaching. I can do group coaching through mind or vibe or mindset coaching classes. Until next time, people, check your vibe. Mind bright, vibe right. Yes, indeed.